Welcome to Strong for Life Live. This is Coach Josh Wood down in Hobart, Tasmania. Thanks for tuning in today. For those of you that are tuning in live through the Become Strong for Life Facebook group, it's always great to see you. And let's start off with a couple announcements. So I know we talked about this last week, but we want to welcome Coach Gab, who has joined the team. And we'll be starting to work with clients from next week. So that's pretty awesome. We're excited to see her. And if you want to give her a follow on Instagram, you can find her at Lella, Lella.fit. And she's a pretty cool lady. Wrote some books, did some talks. All around badass sort of lady. And let's also talk about the upcoming 8-week challenge. Now, we've been hyping this for a couple weeks. And you're seeing more and more of it in the group. I'm sharing some stories of some successful weight loss clients and what made them successful, because that's what we all want to know. Like, how do you become successful in a certain domain? So been sharing that, and we'll see some more stories this week. And next Monday, the application's open. Yes, you do have to apply. We are looking for the right people, not just any people. And this is an 8-week weight loss challenge, focusing on fat loss. There is $2,000+ in prizes. The goal here being to set you up with a good, sustainable framework if you want to continue this weight loss goal as you move along, or take it and use it how you like. Anyway, we'll be opening those applications on Monday. Announcement will be here first. And prizes. There's a competition. There'll be a dedicated community. We've put together a cookbook full of recipes. You'll have personalized nutrition profiles done for you with our nutritionist. You'll have personal coaching and programming. You get the full shebang over a dedicated 8-week period. So that's opening next week. There'll be more information then. If you're interested in hearing about this upcoming challenge and what's involved, let me know. Send me a message or put a comment on one of the posts or something. Put your hand up if I see you in public, and let me know, and I can give you some more information and put you on the list of people to tell first thing when applications are open. All right, I think that's it for announcements today. Yep. That's all the big ones. Cool. So this week, what have we been talking about? The topic is sort of about being busy. And if you were not too busy, you put an answer down on that poll. So let's talk about our topic question for the week. Where are we at? Here we go. So on Monday, I asked, we all have those crazy busy days, but how do you manage to stay active and fit no matter what life throws at you? And, well, I have thoughts on that, but it's interesting to see what people put down. So let's just look at a few of these answers first, and then discuss what I was sort of really looking for. Let's see here. Purvey says, consistency over perfection. Life is busy, and some days you get off track. It just happens. But every morning brings a fresh start, and I have learned to wake up and just start getting after it again. That's a good way to be. And I replied with a favorite quote of mine by Ralph Waldo Emerson. And he says, finish each day and be done with it. You have done what you could. Some blunders and absurdities no doubt crept in. Forget them as soon as you can. Tomorrow is a new day. You shall begin it serenely and with too high a spirit to be encumbered with your old nonsense. And I think that's a fantastic way to look at each day. Greg, he says he's got Coach Josh watching in the background, and I am. Kate's been talking about being disciplined and creating structure. Some people just love the process. Joanna is talking about how she loves working out, but living in Mexico, things are crazy and busy, which was the whole point of this question. So she's taking some time off, but she's got 2 big dogs. She walks in the mountains at an altitude of over 1,500 meters. Lots of walking. So some of this is more so, these are the things I have to do, not necessarily why you do them. And sometimes it's a responsibility. Kayla says that it's her dog. Joanna was talking about her dogs too. Some people are saying, it's their kids that keep them on track. And really, all of it kind of comes down to two things. Why? What is most important to you? What is the deep and underlying reason that you're doing this in the first place? Why do you want to be fit and healthy in the first place? Why does it matter? We live in a time where you could literally eat yourself into oblivion to the point that you can no longer stand up and get off the couch or the chair that you sit in, and things will be delivered to you and you can survive. Why do you not seek that existence? It seems like the path of least resistance, right? Most of us want more. Most healthy and decent people want more from life. We don't want to live on the couch. We like the couch. Everybody likes a good couch. We like what it represents. We like relaxation. But I don't think anybody really seeks that as the end goal. So we have a why. What is the most important thing in our life that means that we have to be fit, healthy, and capable? Why do we need to be strong for life? And most of these answers were one of two things. One, the why is responsibility for someone other than themselves, whether it's dogs or children or a family. They need to do it for something other than themselves. So it's selfless. And the other one was they had accountability. So you have a why, your underlying big, powerful reason that makes you get up and do the things you need to do in the morning and want to be better than yourself the day before because there's something outside you. And then there's accountability. And your dog or your coach or your family is going to expect certain things of you. And we as social creatures that humans are really want to meet those expectations because we want trust. We want to be part of a community. We want to add value to the community around us. And so, there's a sense of accountability to that community. Or you outsource that and you pay someone to keep you accountable and create that path for you. And so it kind of ends up being a little bit of both, one or the other, bouncing between. You either have a super powerful why and or you have accountability or someone or something, some structure outside yourself that keeps you on track because you don't want to disappoint them, because you don't want to feel the shame of letting them down. How about that? Shame is a motivator. Crazy. And that's what we all have to dig down deep. And people who do not have a good why or do not love the process or do not have accountability tend not to succeed. There are so many people who live off of hopes and dreams or good intentions. And they're like, oh, I wish I could do this. I really want to lose the weight. I really want to be strong. But I don't want to do anything that leads to that. That's because the want isn't enough. There's no real powerful why in that statement. And you got to kind of think about that. And this is a big part of coaching. This is one of the big things I do, especially when I first do a consult with someone. When I decide whether or not they are going to be a good fit, whether or not I want to work with that person. The first thing we do is go, well, what do you want? What are your goals? And then we go, okay, well, why haven't you achieved them? What's standing in your way? What challenges? What roadblocks? And we go, okay, well, cool. Why is this important to you? Why do you want this? What good is losing 10 kilos? How is that going to benefit your life? And digging into that for yourself or with a professional is really key to keeping you on track. This is why so many people give up hype-based exercise. There's a place down the road here in Hobart, in Kingston, and it's I'm doing air quotes here, workout facility. It's a big warehouse, and they have literally just rave lights and music, and you just apparently do group fitness in there. No one can hear anybody, and you can't see anything, and it's just like some big party, and nobody sustains that. Nobody does that consistently for the rest of their life. They'll do it for a little while because it was fun. But fun isn't motivation for making big life changes, for changing how you live. You need a deeper why. You can't rely on fun. Fun is great. Fun is fun. But if you really want to accomplish something, add value to your life, to the life of the people, the lives of the people around you, to the lives of your community, add value at a greater, in the whole of everything around you, you need more than fun. But you can have fun and a why. And so most people who really succeed in training and getting more out of themselves and their body and their mind and see what they want to see in the mirror each day are the people who have learned how to layer a strong and deep understanding of their why, accountability structures, outside influences that keep them accountable for what they're supposed to be doing on this journey. And then at some point, finding some enjoyment in the process. Maybe not in the moment. Good workouts aren't usually the most fun, but there is fun found in hard work. And if you can layer those up, you're going to succeed. If you can layer 2 of them up, you're going to do pretty good. If there's fun and there's accountability, maybe your why isn't so strong, you can still succeed. And then that why can grow out of what you're seeing and accomplishing. But maybe you just have a strong why. I work with a lot of parents, moms and dads, who do it because they want to set an example for their children, because their children are their future. The children are the investment in the future. And so you want them to grow up strong and capable. And so many parents, or people who are about to be parents, look at themselves and go, I want to be better for my children. And that's a very powerful why. Doing it for your family, doing it for your future, doing it for people you care about is a powerful why and can sometimes be enough. Ideally, somewhere along the line, you learn to enjoy the process. You can't do something you hate every day of your life and really succeed well at it. There has to be an end to that. And so that's something to think about. So we look at how busy we are and how do we make it so that we maintain our health and fitness. First of all, it's not a linear thing. You will not always be able to fight the busyness of life. But on the grand scheme of things, you might lose the battle and you should still win the war. It is a long-term perspective that we need to take. I might not be able to do something today, so I'll do it tomorrow. And if you actually do it, one day or the other doesn't really matter, as long as the total work gets done across a timeline. So if it's super busy, you have to learn where you need to compromise, where you need to seek external accountability to give you a kick in the ass, where you can use fun as leverage. Do something different. Go for a bike ride. Go for a run. Go for a hike. Go do something different and enjoyable that's still good for you and benefits you and takes you in the direction you want to go. And then ultimately, under all of that, you should have a why. You should have a solid, concrete foundation of what's important to you in life and why you're doing what you're doing. And that doesn't mean it has to be the most important thing to other people when you try to justify it. Some people are just like, I want to look a certain way. And that's motivating to them. Especially if you're in a public-facing job, there's a lot of value in that. We like looking at strong people. Strong people inspire us. Maybe you want to be that person. Cool. That's a good why. It has to just be important to you. And that's what's going to keep you going. But it has to be something that is important to you, not something that you think should be important to you. So find your why, throw some accountability on top, a sprinkle of fun and enjoyment somewhere along the line, and you'll be able to work with those busy days and crazy schedules. That's it. That's the secret sauce. Layer those things. There's probably some other stuff you can throw in there, some spices, some herbs. But it is those 3 things that have to be part of the long-term plan. Maybe not all at once. Maybe not all the time. But consistently. So if you're busy, dig into those. Figure out, make sure you understand your why. Make sure you have somebody to keep you accountable. And, make sure you can find some enjoyment somewhere in there. All right. That's enough. What is this? Lecturing? Discussion? It's enough for now. Let's welcome two new clients who joined the Strong for Life team. Michelle and Hannah have joined on recently. Michelle's a friend of Kate's, who you probably all have seen in this community. And Hannah's new. And I just want to say welcome to both of them. We're going to have a lot of fun. And if anyone out there is interested in learning more about the 8-week Lean for Life Fat Loss Challenge, we are opening applications next week. Please reach out to one of the team members or throw a comment somewhere where you can see it and we can get you some more information. And in the meantime, if you know anybody who might be interested in either joining this community or whether they want a helping hand, or if they're interested possibly in this upcoming challenge, invite them into the group. Send them our way. We'll give them a hand. There's always someone out there who needs a hand. And we're always happy to chat. So that's it for this week. Hope everyone's doing well. If you have any thoughts, questions, concerns, you know how to reach me. Let's have a chat.